Let's quickly do the intros and talk about Year Zero, the AVEX map, which has made it through to the TLMC number 11 playoffs. And yeah, I mean, AVEX has only got one map in these finals, but Year Zero is a map which he's been talking about for a while. It's a map which he's shown to us on Twitter a long time ago. I think this is a map he's confident in. It's a great map. It reminds me a bit of Habitation Station in the way the map is laid out, just purely in bases, more so than anything else, but we'll have a look around the map in a moment. We actually see Goblin with a forge, so we better get into this, guys, because we could be into a very quick cannon rush here to get us started. To the top right-hand side, Goblin, our blue Protoss player, is up against the red Zerg. Top left from Psystorm, true. So a pylon coming down the front already, and it looks as though there's going to be a free pylon wall-off. Well, let's just take a chance to look around the map. Top right is standard. It is not really close by air, but there's dead air between the two main bases. You have this natural down the low ground, and then you come over here. This is the bit that reminds me of Habitation, the kind of the upwards portion into a third base, and then a fourth base down to the south, although it is high ground. Habitation Station never had this high ground base. So it is different. It's just the layout of the bases, if nothing else, for the first few. Definitely, yeah, reminds me instantly. But yeah, the other difference, obviously, you can't really run through here. You can go along this way, though. Yada yada, whatever. Let's talk about this pylon coming down, because this is a cannon rush, and we see a cannon on the low ground, a gateway coming down as well. And, well, already from True, this is not looking great, is it? Not looking great at all, as we see Goblin is looking to apply a lot of pressure. True will start another hatchery down off to the south-hand side of the map. As this gateway finishes, a Zealot will start. Now, does he go for this setup where I think he will? Cybercore comes down. He's looking to go towards a Robo facility. And with the Robo facility, you're going to be able to set yourself into a position where you have that proxied Immortal. With the shield batteries, it's very powerful. You can get a Warp Prism out to micro it. It's a pretty great way to go about things, as we do see the, well, Propy of Goblin just coming along. Does check there's another hatchery down here, so knows True is expanding. True, nothing really too crazy yet in terms of trying to break this. He's happy to just sit back. Starts a spine crawl to poke away at a distance. But otherwise, he is going to throw down a lair. So a lair already on the way up. And that does mean that there's options for him in terms of Nidus network play and so on to be able to get this done. So to be able to get the job done here today. The Zealot continues to swipe away with this probe at this hatchery. So a little bit of damage being dealt here. There is the proxied Robo facility, so this is on the way. I kind of like True's reaction, though, because, again, just going straight towards the Nidus, there's nothing at home to defend. There's no cannon. There's nothing at all, right? I mean, you don't really have any way to defend this, so this is going to be the awkward part as we see those Lings are looking around to try and see what they can do, thinking about trying to jump on the Stalker here. Robo facility is about to finish, so Immortal should be on its way. And again, what do? Recall your units home? I guess that's a possibility. Lings will have Ling speed. There'll be a Queen to go in this as well. The Queen that's on its way out over here probably won't do much. These Lings also not going to be too useful either, though. Again, there you go. Nidus Network coming down the other side of the map. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of Year Zero throughout this tournament, so I'm not too sad. If there's a map we're going to see a cannon rush on today, I hate, you know, it seems harsh to say, but Year Zero, I think, is a map we're going to be seeing a lot of in the tournament. It looks to be a popular one already, and well, as we see the cannon Nidus play, these Lings will just come straight on through, and they are going to be able to just pick their way through these probes without any issue at all. So these probes continue to fall, and as these probes go down, True is already put himself in a great spot. Now, he's actually evacuated his drones out to the Nidus network, so he's going to be able to get these out over here. He's got a couple drones over here, just one, so he will be able to afford a hatchery very soon, even though the Nidus goes down there, so there's no going home for these poor drones. Well, Goblin actually expands in his opponent's natural as well, so these guys are going to start swapping bases, but again, this one drone gives True enough money to actually start up a new hatchery. And well, at the end of the day, Goblin only has one worker left, and that's kind of a big deal. And with two more, more than two stalkers, you might just think, well, okay, maybe I can come down here, kill this base, and True is without a base as well. Maybe I can force some kind of a draw. No, unfortunately not going to be the case, as True will just take his opponent's main and will just get ready to mine from here in the very near future, I imagine. Again, this hatchery will go down, sure. This lair will eventually go down too. But what do you do with only one Nexus? You can start a new probe, you can chrono boost it, sure, but you're not going to have that much money. Not really. Unfortunately, this is just about going to be it. I mean, there's a lot of links here from True. I mean, he doesn't really, again, necessarily need to use them. I guess he could come in here and get a couple of probes. If he gets the probes, the game just straight up ends, right? So that's something you could aim for at the moment. Tries to get a probe or two, doesn't quite manage it. Again, that hatchery in the main base of his opponent here, True. A little bit of fun. Well, not really fun, I guess. It's a very serious way for him to deal with this, but he is going to start mining properly, and as he starts mining properly, he will get enough links to eventually just win this game. By forcing those probes off the mineral line all the time, he is going to be able to push this away. Now, Goblin knows there's a hatch in the top right. I'm not sure if he's aware of how many workers there are just yet. Jump in, grabs one probe kill, Stalker's an immortal. Able to try and do more. One link gets picked off. And again, the links just back away. A new spawning pool starts up from True as he gets mining again. Already up to 15 workers. Yeah, another few drones being added into play. Our second game in this series is going to be Extraction. Our second map, that is. Extraction is a new map. Which earlier today actually had a bit of an interesting bug on it. We'll tell you more about that when we get in. It was actually Goblin that pointed it out to us, so excited to talk about that. But that's coming up next, in case you're wondering which of the new maps we're going to be seeing next in this series. I mean, as this pool finishes, I mean, True can go into Roach Roar, and he's already expanded to a natural. This is one of those weird games which is kind of like starting from the start again, but Goblin starts with 4 workers, and True starts with 16. It's not really a fair fight, is it? It's not really a fair fight on any front. Unfortunately, StarCraft 2 just isn't fair sometimes. A couple of Zerglings getting taken down. They're going to back away themselves to the right-hand side again now. Queens continuing to inject. A couple of Extractors again. Going to be finishing in the near future in this lair. Continuing along here. Observer starts up. Overlord up in the sky as well. A couple of batteries, cannons over here, of course, as we know. And Goblin still has the gateway, so he wouldn't have to rebuild that. And go straight into a cyber caller right now. Most of his money is just being spent on a worker every few seconds. Having to get a new one on the way up. And, well, again, I mean, True starts up his lair again. I mean, do you just go for Hydralisk then? Do you just go for... I mean, I guess so, right? Like, there's no point going Nidus. There's no point... I mean, what else can you do for lair? You know Roach Roar, right? Otherwise, maybe you'd think Roach Speed. I think you just go for some Hydralisk here. Well, a weird game. I mean, let's take an opportunity to maybe look around the rest of the map. So we kind of got to see a bit of the main, the natural. Obviously, this base becomes interesting up on this high ground over here, and this base is, you know, interesting as well. We saw True taking that for a few moments. Bottom left, I mean, just the bottom side of the map in general has this bottom side pathway which you can hold with a watchtower, which also shows you this area as well. So that bottom pathway is very important to hold because that vision is so vital if you want to come and use the bottom side of the map at all for any sort of an attack here and so on. So, I'll be a little bit careful of that. Goblin's just going to type out GG in the end. Nothing spectacular happened in StarCraft content, but for now, it's game number 2. Welcome, my friends, to Extraction. So Extraction is a map from challenge number 1. Now, it's interesting because the first challenge of this map contest was to create what was this? Yes, the siege tank bug. I'll talk about that in a moment. But the challenge number 1 was to create maps which had close by air rush distances, but large by ground rush distances. And we'll show you that in this just a moment. Bottom left is Goblin, the blue Protoss player. His opponent on the top right hand side, True, the red Zerg from Psystorm Gaming. Now, the naturals face each other, so it's almost King Sejong-esque. Natural to natural is definitely close by air, but by ground, look at this, you got to go all the way around here. Later in the game, you can kill the rocks to speed it up, but then all the way around there. So it really is, by ground, a long rush distance, but in the skies, a little bit shorter. As we do see Goblin, Cheeky's going to go for a Forge once more. This map by the Music 246, who has a couple submissions in this map contest tournament. The creator of 16-bit, the map which won TLMC number 10. True says ... as this time he opened up with an early pool. Surprise! He's already got Zerglings. It's actually not great for True because it means that he's going to be in a little bit of trouble when it comes to... Well, it's kind of weird because, like, he won't be able to do damage, but he will be able to shut down the aggressive side of this very easily. You can see this cannon, for example, already going down. I mean, more Lings on the way out, and this is only going to get better. GG. A little bit of a shame for Extraction to go. I didn't even get